gives me great pleasure to welcome Christian, Venture Director from IFF, to the stage.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for participating. I got 10 minutes, so it'll be a quick run through to give you an introduction on who's IFF, what do we do, and then I wanted to leave you with 4 themes where we think biotechnology innovation can play a role. Is this better? Great, fantastic. Okay, I'll try to stay here. Okay, who is IFF? There's a chart with lots of numbers on it, with lots of pictures. So we're a global player. It's a company that is really focused on specialty chemicals, but was also put together over the last decade, coming from a clean play on fragrances and flavor additives, chemistries, really expanding into food additives and really adding then, as the final step, DuPont's biotechnology enterprise to it. Today, the company is about $11.5 billion. You can look through the numbers. We operate globally. We, as a company, operate very close to our brand partners. So lots of material innovation is customized. Lots of processes are built around product cycles, innovation cycles. So we measure often product innovation in 6 to 24 months, but at the same time, we're also looking at biotechnology innovation that really innovates around core technologies that are measured in many years and 5 to 10 years. So in that regard, it's a company that's focused on developing products close to consumers. Let me give you a little bit flavor of what that means or what that looks like in our environment. And so we have 4 themes that we're really focusing on. And the hammer here that I'm describing in this presentation is our biotech competency. We've heard already about climate impact and climate-focused actions, and that's clearly one element, but it's not the only one. And it's certainly one that is met with a number of different flavors across different end markets. So as you can tell here, there is lots of discussion, effort, and momentum building around food system alternatives, and IFF is keenly involved in those innovations and takes part in those. But the other piece is also coming, especially out of the pandemic. What does this all mean for the individual consumer? And so this aspect of well-being is center stage. And that's how discretionary funding is essentially at the end motivated, right? So there is your personal brand that may be focused on health, the health of your family, and then other elements that motivate you to translate your personal actions into what you buy, what you shop, how you interact with you around you. That could be sustainability, but it is also this aspect around health and well-being. And last but not least, this translates into markets that are in the home and personal care space, from the laundry detergent that you use to the perfume that you use to any personal care product that you may encounter. I will not cover this chart in great detail. You can kind of look at the symbols. You can also find this all. What that means is we have a broad portfolio of core competencies and expertise that's really built around formulation science, but also core material science and biotechnology to put all these pieces together. So really, if you think about, helping our brand customers to innovate around food, it's all about texture, it's about taste, it's about the sensation as you see the product, as you feel it, as you touch it, as it goes into your mouth, and everything that comes after that. And that there's a lot of material science involved in just what I described, and getting this right, especially if there's an interest in alternative proteins or in alternative technologies. But that's only one example. The other point, for example, in this area is the work we do on home care products, right? We have a very strong position in enzymes that are typically found in your laundry detergent. The key sustainability benefit here is you can wash at lower temperatures, which translates into a big reduction in footprint. But obviously, your laundry has to also still feel fresh and be, well scented, et cetera, et cetera. And so we continue to innovate in that space to bring the next generation product. Biotechnology plays a role across this portfolio. We put a few charts on it. How does IFF touch you? You can look at some of the numbers. A significant part of the beers you drink, IFF enzymes are used to manufacture those. I think a lot of yogurts or cultures you consume. We touch many of those in most all markets. I think laundry detergents, we're I think in a large share in those as well. So this is a good chart to also explain to a lot of stakeholders that biotech is not a new thing that we kind of just came up with the last 3 years to help the EU transition on greenhouse gas emissions. This is a technology that's been maturing since 40 years, and it is a key component to bring sustainability in certain segments for a long time. And there is rightfully the discussion, where do we go next from here? And I'll have some charts on this in a second. But I would like you to be allies in this message that this is not something we just came up with yesterday. Biotechnology has been around for a long time, and it's important that, for example, policymakers understand that. Okay, 4 or 5 examples that give you kind of a flavor of where do we see innovation happening moving forward on the biotechnology side as it relates to some of those core elements. And again, I will not go into great detail here, but this one aspect I've talked already about: how do we support, enable, and where needed, also catalyze a transition to identify alternatives for animal proteins, right? This could be direct in terms of alternative fermenters and products, but it could also be, for example, increasing the productivity of poultry, right? If you just look at it from a greenhouse gas footprint, if you get the population to switch 1 day per week to eat poultry instead of beef, you've done much more for the greenhouse gas footprint than getting 5% more vegans. So just to give you a balance in terms of impact of metrics and the size of these addressable markets. And this is where biotech can play a role. Another aspect that really goes, this notion around where do consumers connect their willingness to live healthy also with their disposable income, and where they want to see then investments in the future. And so this is this entire segment around healthier and functional food. A lot of discussion around clean label, how do we connect directly more to the food that we are consuming, be it source specific, be it also manufactured using transparent raw materials. But if you do that then and you go to scale, there was a conversation at this previous session, it is not trivial to then think about how do we supply sustainable ingredients that are rheology additives, emulsifiers, structural agents that have a certain green label, but also can be scaled for a global customer base, right? And so this is a big focus area for us as well. And then on top of it, the innovation is driving the functional component. Next one that is focused on one of our strong growth businesses is this space around probiotics and prebiotics. I mean, many of you are familiar with probiotics, prebiotics from, let's say, dairy products or dairy-related segments, but there is an ever-increasing space where this hypothesis that you can influence the microbiome around your skin, your hair, through pro or prebiotic additives or technologies is further accelerating. And we view this as a big growth sector, and this is where biotechnology will play a significant role, and that's where we will focus some of our effort here. And last but not least, this is a material science approach that is also part of our portfolio around innovation. That is this concept of, hey, we do understand how enzymes work, we can engineer enzymes, we can teach enzymes new tricks, but can we also, for example, build polymers using enzymes like polymer scientists have done for the last 60 years, right? Where you think about polyolefins or polyesters, you design catalysts to influence molecular structures like molecular weight, weight distribution, and with those properties, you can have impact on materials. And we've been working on that idea for some time. We are now commercializing. We have 2 facilities that are, one is up and running, the other one is just being commissioned, where we will be manufacturing these materials in Europe, and they will go into the markets that are indicated here, from laundry detergents to personal care products. We've launched our first product in personal care last year, but also in industrial spaces like paper coatings for barrier applications, paper strength additives, water treatment, and in composites. So it's a broad technology platform where we also significantly network with industrial partners to go to scale here. And this is a true piece of bio-based material innovation that we think has quite a bit of runway ahead as we take this to market. I think I'm right in time, 20 seconds. So this was a little bit of a tour de force to bring you through who is IFF, what do we do, and leave you with 4 ideas on where do we see biotechnology play a role in the future, and where do we invest our resources and our technology programs to add value here from a biotechnology perspective. Thank you.